Hey, it's Greg Dawson with Appy Hour TV, and as expected, WWDC saw a few highlights, mainly Mac OS X Lion, iOS 5, and iCloud. Um, all the industry news have been pointing to those, and that's exactly what happened. The event kicked off with OS X 10 Lion. Several major updates, in fact, 250 updates to be exact. Um, the guys went over about 10, including multi-touch gestures and full screen apps. So there's going to be basically the applications are going to be more like the iOS features, and your gestures on the trackpad are going to be able to launch them into full screen, swipe in between apps, and quit and launch back to where you were before you launched the app. There's going to be a new feature called Mission Control. It basically gives you a 30,000 foot view of all of your apps running. Seems to be pretty sweet, clean. Resume and autosave are going to be integrated into the apps. Basically, there's no more having to go up and save. It automatically saves your documents and resumes right exactly where you left off. Another big feature, AirDrop. It's going to be basically a P2P network, kind of like Dropbox. You can just drag and drop and share files between people. Mail got some significant upgrades. It's going to be more like the iPad version. And it's going to be fairly interesting because it has kind of an intelligent search feature where you can you can type in from Greg Dawson last month, and it will bring up emails from last month. Pretty interesting. One of the biggest notes is that it's only going to be available via the Mac App Store, and it's not going to be the regular 129 bucks. It's going to be $29. Amazing. Only 4 gigabyte size, and it's going to seem to be a pretty great build. It's available to developers today or within the next week, and then to the general public pretty soon. I think by fall. Okay, one of the biggest announcements today at WWDC was the iOS 5 update. That's going to be available to developers as of today and to the general public as of fall. You no longer need a cord to start out with your iPhone or your iPad. It's basically cutting the cord to PCs and Macs. As Steve said, we're in the post-PC market. There's no need for us to have to bring the device home and sync it to your computer. So this is great. Secondly, you now will be able to have a notification center, much as TechCrunch and everybody else said. It's basically a swipe down to see notifications in different apps. You no longer will be interrupted with the alerts that pop up in the middle of your screen. It's going to be all from the top of your screen, and then one swipe of that app launches that app, and you can switch between apps. Looks to be pretty sweet. Another feature is going to be the iOS 5 newsstand. Get all your subscriptions in one place. Download. It changes the cover to the newest issue. Seems to be a great feature. They did have a pretty good integration with Twitter announced, where you put in your credentials once, and then every time you download an app, you just give it access to your Twitter account. No need to log in again. It'll work with YouTube, Safari, basically any app. The iOS 5 Safari got 2 major updates. Basically, they're kind of already out in the market, but reader function allows you to read the entire article in one fell swoop, no having to link to the next page. Kind of puts it in a nice, as they said, it puts it in a pretty presentation. Also, reading list was unveiled. It's same thing as Instapaper, but it'll be nice. It'll be great. iOS 5 reminders. This is gonna be a pretty cool feature. Basically, you, instead of writing down a grocery list, you can put it all into your iOS device. And the coolest thing about this is the location feature. You can set up it to know your location, so you can set up a notification to say call doctor when leaving McDonald's or call doctor when leaving office, and it'll pop up and tell you to call, or call wife when on your way home. As soon as your device leaves that location, that notification will pop up. Pretty sweet. The camera got a pretty cool update. It's going to be faster. You're going to have an icon in the lock screen. You'll be able to take pictures directly from the volume up button, and you now have auto exposure and in-app editing. So red eye, rotating, cropping, all the things that we've relied on to other apps like other apps to do editing like Instagram and all those guys. Now we can do it all in the actual app. Also integrates the iPhoto one-click enhance feature, so that should be pretty sweet. iOS 5 mail gets pretty cool. You know how you weren't able to put your tap an address and bring it from the to form to the BC or CC? Well, now you can. That's going to help save some time. And then also it has some enterprise support with encryption with the MIME. Now on to Game Center. The Game Center has over 100,000 apps, games available, 50 million users. They're integrating an achievement points feature. You can compare with your friends, see friends of friends, purchase and download directly from Game Center. So that should be pretty sweet. New feature, iMessage. Basically, it's a messaging service between all iOS 5 devices. You start a message on your iPad, whether it's a SMS or anything, and then you go to your iPhone and it's there too. So just drag and drop basically. And it's through 3G and Wi-Fi, and it will be encrypted. And then now there's iOS AirPlay. Basically you can wirelessly stream your iPad to your TV. Pretty cool. And Wi-Fi sync between iTunes and your iDevices. You can set it up for a daily backup, daily downloads, etc. And I guess there's, like I said, there's over 250 updates. So other flick between apps, new developer tools for Xcode, Simulator, Core Image, just a litany of other stuff that we'll be probably seeing over the next few months as developers check them out. So the last thing that was announced was iCloud. It's going to be available in fall. It's available to developers as of today. And it has a pretty big integration with iTunes where you can automatically download songs via all devices with one switch. You turn on automatic downloads, and when you download that song, it automatically is downloaded to all devices plus your Mac. This is pretty sweet integration. The other thing is you no longer have to pay for it. It's going to be free. We all saw what happened with Mobile Me being $99 and it being pretty much a failure. But Apple said that they've learned from it and they're moving on, and now iCloud's going to be free. The biggest feature about iCloud is the fact that you're going to be able to sync between any device. And it's supposed to run smoother and better than Mobile Me because they've redeveloped, reimagined all the apps from the ground up for iCloud apps. So everything that you do, and if you have iCloud turned on, is going to be synced between your Mac, your iPad, your iPhone. It's going to work great. I personally can't wait to use it. All your iCalendar events, saved mail, documents for Pages, Keynote, etc. It's going to be pretty sweet. And then also photo stream. When you take a photo on your iPhone, it's saved to your camera roll, and then it's automatically saved to your Mac and your iPad and your other devices. To save on server room, they're only allowing the last 1,000 pictures, but still pretty cool. All right, that's it from Greg Dawson at Appy Hour TV. Definitely tune in all week to see what else is going on at WWDC. And of course, leave comments and subscribe, and I'll put all links below.